them lifetime. The biggest thing for Quintana, limit the walks, and when he's done that, he's been very successful.
Yeah, he is 3-1 with a 2.42 ERA in 4 starts, but hasn't faced him since 22, as you mentioned. So keep those walks down. Since he came back from the injured list, that's been the biggest thing you can point to, is just too many free passes. He did not walk anybody against the Dodgers last time out, but gave up a couple of home runs, and that was why he gave up those 4 runs. This is a Marlins team that likes to put the ball in play a lot, so we'll see how that plays into Jose's repertoire, which usually induces a lot of soft contact.
For the Brewers offense yesterday, they had just 4 base hits and drew 3 walks, 7 total base runners against a pitching staff that has been awfully stingy in the Miami Marlins of late.
Yeah, and they're going to see a guy they're familiar with in Jansen Junk. He was with the Brewers organization the last couple of years, only made 7 appearances in the big leagues, but he has been very good for the Marlins, and one of the things he's done a great job of is keeping the ball in the ballpark. He's only given up 1 home run. He's not walking many guys. He's not striking out a lot of guys. So again, kind of what we were just talking about with Quintana. I think you're going to see a lot of balls in play against Jansen Junk here tonight.
And no home runs allowed in the month of July for Junk, and an ERA of 2.25. Overall, in the last 27 games for the Marlins, they have a team earned run average of 2.02. So Brewers need to take advantage of their scoring opportunities when they become available. Hear from Brewers manager Pat Murphy on the other side of this break on the Brewers Radio Network.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball is brought to you by Citgo, Miller Lite, Concordia University.
Build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. It just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
One of your guys back today, Sal Frelick, coming off the injured list and had that hamstring tweak right before the All-Star break. And I know how important he is to this team, both offensively, defensively, but just such a big boost to have him back.
Yeah, he's a lot of what stirs this drink. He's the epitome of the type of player that wins for us. And, I'm happy he's back. I hope he can stay healthy. He's a key.
How much are you going to have to monitor how he's feeling over the course of a particular ball game?
Well, it's a quick turnaround for a hamstring, and you got to monitor it for sure, and monitor his innings and just see where he's at. He's a tough guy to get out of the game. He's such a competitor. He just does not want to come out, and it's hard. It's hard, but we got to be careful.
I can imagine for a guy like Sal, who plays the game like his hair's on fire, and that's the way you want a guy to play. It's hard for a guy like Sal to throttle down, isn't it?
I think it is. I think that we've all had enough experience with guys like this that, injuries sometimes they recover quicker but linger longer. So hopefully it doesn't affect his play.
We'll have more with Murph in just a moment on the Brewers Radio Network.
Baseball fans, you know the power of a great team on the field and in our community. Right now, we need MVPs like you to step up and donate blood. Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin. Every donation saves local lives, helping patients right here in Wisconsin. Like a clutch hit in the bottom of the 9th, your blood donation can be the game changer someone desperately needs. Step up to the plate. Schedule your donation today at versity.org, because hope is in our blood.
Milwaukee just got hotter. Announcing the buys of summer at Ewald Automotive Group. Get the lowest prices guaranteed on new vehicles. We'll beat your best price by $500, or we'll pay you $500 cash. Guaranteed. With over 1,500 vehicles to choose, you're sure to find the perfect ride for your family. 11 brands, 10 locations, one easy experience. Don't miss Ewald's Buys of Summer sales event going on now.
Go to ewaldauto.com.
See dealer for details. Expires month end.
Are you an HVAC service tech with 5 years or more of experience? Ready to take your career to the next level? Steamfitters Local 601 offers customized training programs designed to help you advance, earn higher pay, and enjoy better benefits. With a clear path to success, you'll get the skills you need for a brighter future. Don't wait. Contact Steamfitters Local 601 today and start your journey toward a rewarding career with more opportunities. Visit steam601.org to learn more. Steamfitters Local 601, keepers of the craft, powering Wisconsin.
Did your home suffer damage from a storm or severe weather? Don't stress any longer. Loyal Family Renovations treats all of its customers like they've joined their personal family, and every project as if the work was being done at their own house. Loyal Family Renovations has a leg up on the competition due to the personal relationships they've built with insurance adjusters over the years. Loyal Family is family-owned, and the loyalty belongs to their customers. Contact them today to get your free home inspection. LoyalFamilyRenovations.com.
The Brewers On Deck pregame show is brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash. Need a quick clean? Tsunami Express has you covered. Wash, chill, repeat.
On Deck Show built by Menards continues from American Family Field. Got Brewers manager Pat Murphy with us. And Murph, you've got the Marlins right-hander Jansen Junk. He was a guy who was in your clubhouse a year ago and pitched for the Brewers, kind of up and down between AAA and the big leagues for the first 4 months of the season. What's been different about what you've seen on tape from Jansen this year from last year?
Well, he's got an opportunity. He's more confident. He's more consistent. I think he's a solid major league pitcher, and I thought we had something special last year. He just didn't get the opportunity. We were going so good, and the way the rules work in the game, you can't just hang on to everybody. Mm-hmm. And, it was one of those things the Marlins saw in him, what we saw in him, and given him an opportunity now, and he's made the most of it.
Kind of feels like what the Brewers have right now with some of the arms that they've.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pumped on.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. You just don't see that.
At our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening this week.
Save big money at Menards.
Ooh, that's gone. I did not see that one coming. Here's another surprise hit. Did you know our gas stations sell local fuel? It's true. When you fill up with unleaded 88, you can be sure more of it comes from Wisconsin. Wisconsin farmers grow the corn that becomes ethanol right here in our state. Ethanol blends produce clean fuel. It's better for your engine, better for your wallet, and it supports Wisconsin farmers. That's a home run. The next time you fill up, choose unleaded 88. Learn more at WIBiofuels.org.
Truck drivers, it's time to take your skills to a company that invests in your safety and comfort. Schneider's newer and well-maintained equipment keeps drivers moving and making money. Our trucks are spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Plus, we offer a huge selection of driving jobs so you can find a job with the home time and schedule you've been looking for. Upgrade to a better driving job today. Search jobs near you and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Tonight at American Family Field, it is time for the injury report presented by the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference, and for the Brewers, Sal Frelick activated today after that hamstring issue that popped up right at the end of the first half, going into the All-Star break. He has spent the minimum on the injured list, so Sal able to get himself back and activated tonight. He's also leading off here tonight for the Crew. Nick Mears had a little bit of an issue coming out of the bullpen last night, but Nick Mears is active tonight, and he will be a part of the Brewers bullpen tonight. So that seemed like good news for the Brewers today as well. Time for the Keys to the Game presented by Toyota. Visit your local Wisconsin Toyota remains the way it's been. He's not giving up home runs. He's given up just one home run all season, in fact, and he has walked just 5 on the season. So that's going to be a situation where the Brewers need to string hits together against junk here today to have a good night offensively against the Marlins. More of the On Deck Show built by Menards. We'll talk to Tobias Myers when we return after this on the Brewers Radio Network.
Come on, Kellen. You're going to miss your bus.
I'm going as fast as I can. I guess I'm just not a morning person.
You're going to be a walking person if you don't hurry up.
Maybe if I could have some Cedar Crest ice cream for breakfast, I'd wake up faster.
Seriously. I love Cedar Crest as much as anybody, but you're not having it for breakfast.
Nice try, Kellen.
I tell you what, if both of you can get ready for school on time and finish all your homework, we can have Cedar Crest ice cream every Friday night.
Yeah, Mom.
Crew Tuesdays are back on July 29th.
Terrio sends it deep to left, and there she goes!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in July.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do it like brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
It's not something you haven't done before. You've done it off and on throughout the course of your career, correct?
Yeah, with Tampa, they do the opener quite a bit, so double A and up, obviously I know I'm throwing that day, but definitely still a little bit different feeling, like running from the bullpen, coming out to the mound, and different preparation for that. But yeah, nothing crazy that I haven't done. I do it every spring training coming in, so definitely going back in the bag and figuring out like what worked in the past and what didn't, so just definitely trying to stay ready for whenever that phone's called.
Your stuff looked really sharp and just really on point. Did that give you some confidence, too, to get back out there on a big league mound? Because you've been up for a while and hadn't been in a game yet.
Yeah, definitely. I think what really helps is kind of paying attention to the other guys in the bullpen that have been doing it for a long time and seeing what they do to stay ready and how much time it takes them to get ready. And like you said, I had a few days down there to watch and kind of see, and also seeing how they attack the hitters and how the hitters attack the bullpen relief pitchers different than they do a starter. So just trying to pay attention to the little details and definitely take it into whenever I get out there and get a chance to go in the game.
And a new wrinkle. You threw a little split action in there too. What was the genesis of it, and how long have you been working on that?
So I started working on the split down there with Mess and AAA pitching coach in Nashville. Started messing with it the week before I got up here. So my last start in Nashville, I started playing with it. He showed me one of his ex-players' grips, so played catch with it for a week or so, threw it in the bullpen and threw it in that game, and it was really well. It worked really well off the heater, and I was able to execute it a lot easier than the other changeups that I've tried in the past. So yeah, just been working on it every day and trying to implement it into the arsenal. And I told Haas and pitching coaches, they all know I've been working on it. So whenever they call a changeup, I was on the split.
And that's important, right? Like as a pitcher, to try to stay a step ahead. Everybody's always tweaking something, working on something, because you don't want to become predictable, correct?
Yeah, definitely. For me, my arsenal, I know that I need something that plays off of the heater and that I can throw in the zone consistently. And in the past, the changeups always work really well when it's in the zone. When it's not in the zone, it kind of feels like a waste pitch to me. So just being able to throw that consistently and get the hitters off of the heater is the goal.
It's a little bit of a theme, it feels like, throughout this staff is compete in the zone, right? Like, I mean, it can be simplified like, hey, he's a strike thrower. It's not that simple. It's competitive pitches in the zone that are still going to maybe generate some swing and miss.
It is a 1933 Gaudy Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless. Come on, man.
Okay, got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
restrictions. Savings include customer credit and dealer credit. Financing with approved credit. $15.19 per month per thousand bindings. No down payment required.
Hey fans, the Brew Crew are hot and so are the summer temps. Now is the perfect time to step up your comfort game with a new Carrier home comfort system to keep your home cool all summer long. Ask your local dealer about local Wisconsin focus on energy rebates and financing for qualified buyers. Turn to the experts at Carrier. We've got you covered so you can get back to cheering on the crew. Carrier, proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Find your local dealer at carriermilwaukee.com.
Summer bugs have entered the chat, and Tsunami Express Car Wash is leaving them on red. Swing through for a grand slam clean. Find your nearest location today. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Back with you on the On Deck Show, built by Menards, as the Brewers and Marlins getting set for the middle game of this three-game series. And before we continue, 10 seconds for station identification on the Brewers Radio Network. Starting lineups presented by Wisconsin Infrastructure Investment Now. Supporting Wisconsin's critical infrastructure, visit WIIN at wisconsininfrastructure.com. Marlins come in 49-53. They lead off with Xavier Edwards at second base. Batting second, the designated hitter, Agustin Ramirez. Otto Lopez bats third. He's the shortstop. Heriberto Hernandez is the cleanup hitter in right field. Eric Wagaman bats fifth at first base. Kyle Stowers batting sixth in left field. Dane Myers is the center fielder. Nick Fortes bats eighth and does the catching, and Javier Sonoja is the third baseman batting ninth. Again for the Marlins, Edwards, Ramirez, Lopez, Hernandez, Wagaman, Stowers, Myers, Fortes, and Sonoja. And right-hander Jansen Chunk is on the mound. Brewers 61-42. They lead off with Sal Frelick back from the injured list in right field. William Contreras does the catching. Jackson Churio's the three-hole hitter in center field. Christian Yelich bats cleanup. He's the designated hitter. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. Batting sixth in left field, Isaac Collins. Bryce Terang is at second base. Caleb Durbin bats eighth at third. Joey Ortiz, the shortstop, batting ninth. And Jose Quintana does the pitching for the Crew. Again, Frelick, Contreras, Churio, Yelich, Vaughn, Collins, Terang, Durbin, and Ortiz. And Jose Quintana is on the mound. Our umpire lineup presented by Cannon & Dumphy. Attorneys who know every case matters to every client. Big or small, trust Cannon & Dumphy to make the right call for you. John Bacon is at first base. Phil Cuzzy at second base. The crew chief, Dan Bellino, is the third base umpire. And Tony Randazzo has home plate here tonight. Game 2 of this three-game series is just moments away as we continue on the On Deck Show, built by Menards on the Brewers Radio Network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
What if a customer slips and falls on your property? What if sparks from an employee's grinder cause a house fire on your job site? Unexpected things happen every day, but you can make sure your business doesn't get hurt with a carefully crafted general liability policy from West Bend. Be sure your independent agent understands your business, because at West Bend, the worst brings out our best. To find out more, visit thesilverlining.com.
George, you just had an incredible shift. What's it like turning those double play meal deals like nobody's business? George, what's your secret? Hold on, folks. Let's give our star a moment. He's been busy making double play.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history. So, I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling.
Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day. I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
And the red-hot Miami Marlins. Today's roof update is brought to you by Big Fish Contracting. With decades of experience providing roofing, siding, and windows, visit bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry. And we drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. A few games earlier today, it was the Royals winning over the Guardians in walk-off style in the bottom of the 10th inning, a 5-3 victory for Kansas City. Phillies winners in New York against the Yankees by a final of 9-4 earlier today as well. Some games coming up later on tonight. A few games that are in progress. Bottom of the 4th in Detroit. No score between those red-hot Blue Jays and the suddenly streaking the wrong way Detroit Tigers. They are slumping right now. Bottom of the 2nd in Cincinnati. No score between the Rays and the Reds. Everything else getting underway around the same time as this one. You've got the A's at Houston, San Diego at St. Louis, Atlanta at Texas, the Cubs, and of course the White Sox on the south side in Chicago. Jose Quintana is getting ready to make his 15th start of the year. He is going through his warm-up tosses. We're about ready to get this one underway And with the play-by-play, it is my favorite MC of the Alumni Home Run Derby, Jeff Lovering.
Well, thank you so much, Lane. Because you were the other one, so it would have been, I don't know, pretty aggressive. He would have thrown my second best.
I could have gone Sophia. She was, in essence, an MC as well.
She's everybody's favorite, though.
My daughter's favorite part of the entire Home Run Derby was that Sophia got a much bigger cheer than you and I did, as it should have been.
Yeah. Well, that's what we set her up for.
Yep.
Set her up for success. That's how it works.
Well, a reminder, folks, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club. It's also brought to you by the Boucher Automotive Group. Visit them today at Boucher.com. Jose Quintana facing the Marlins for the first time this season, also facing them for the first time since 2022. Been a while for him. As Xavier Edwards will dig in, a switch hitter, batting from the right side of the plate. Only one left-handed hitter in the lineup today for the Marlins. Quintana ready to work, and his first pitch of the evening is a line drive down the right field line, foul. It's strike one. First pitch of Brewers baseball brought to you by Carbliss. Premium cocktails in a can. Enjoy every pitch at American Family Field and find Carbliss right here inside the stadium. Carbliss, less is more. 83 degrees at our first pitch tonight. Roof is open as the delivery misses down and away with a fastball. 1 ball and 1 strike on Xavier Edwards. 291 for Edwards, a home run, 26 driven in. 1 for 5 with 4 strikeouts in yesterday's win for the Marlins. 1-1 coming back. Missed off the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike. Home plate umpires Tony Randazzo. John Bacon is over at first. Phil Cuzzies at second. And Dan Bellino, the crew chief, is at third. And Edwards will use his timeout prior to the 2-1 delivery from Quintana. Brewers wearing the home whites with the pinstripes. Brewers across the chest, the Marlins with the gray pants and black tops. Marlins across their chest. 2-1 is down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Both teams still wearing the throwback caps to their originating year, celebrating Hall of Fame weekend. The Brewers in their Block M caps, royal blue color from 1970. 3-1 pitch to Edwards. And it's a strike right at the bottom of the zone. It's 3-2. Marlins with the all teal caps today with the fish breaching through the F. It's a great logo. 3-2 coming back on Edwards. And it's a ground ball hit to short. Ortiz on 2 hops, plants his foot, throws across, gets the stretch from Vaughn. And they throw out Edwards. Didn't have a lot of time to dilly-dally on that play. Edwards runs well. Joey Ortiz didn't have time to take one more step. Just planted that right foot and threw a dart over to first base. 1 gone for Agustin Ramirez. Not just dealing with a topspin ground ball there for Ortiz. He's also dealing with the sunlight coming through the panels in right field. First one to Ramirez is a strike. Fastball right down the middle, and it's 0-1. And Ortiz is looking right into that sunlight, that setting sun in the west. 0-1 pitch. Hit down the right field line, foul. Changeup thrown by Jose Quintana. Ramirez was 1 for 4 with a walk in yesterday's contest. That's just 2 hits against the Brewers in 4 games, 2 for 15. Going in on Ramirez, 0-2. Fisted to shallow right. There is Sal Frelick. Makes the catch. 2 away in the first inning. Frelick back from the injured list. Tyler Black sent down to AAA Nashville. Frelick missed just over 1 day for that minimum on the 10-day injured list. Was eligible to come off yesterday. Came off today. Get him a couple of games before the Cubs series begins on Monday.
And the pitch is a ball on Otto Lopez. Lopez takes a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Lopez 3 hits yesterday, all doubles. 3 for 5. Had the back-breaking 2-run double. That fastball misses in. 2 balls and a strike. Coming in the 7th inning, had the bases loaded. He hit it into the gap. Drove in 3 runs. Got credit for 2 because of a bobbled in center. 2-1 pitch is a foul just to our right. Ends up in the press box. Ooh, nice catch on the ricochet by Sailor Steve. Hit off the window of the press box just to our right. And 2 rows from the top of the loge level. Gentleman wearing a captain's cap made the catch. Here's the 2-2. Curveball misses down and away. Good spot. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
He doesn't catch that without the cap and without the mustache.
I don't think his name is Steve, but I kind of like calling him Captain Steve.
I think it is.
3-2 to Otto Lopez. Popped up, foul, and into the second deck. It was a good catch on the ricochet. Is he on the phone now? Calling somebody? Yeah, he's calling somebody.
That's like the first move everybody makes, especially if it's a pretty dramatic catch. That one was.
Did he take a picture with it yet?
Nope.
That's usually the first move. 3-2 to Lopez. And it's low, ball 4. So a 2-out walk issue to Lopez, and Heriberto Hernandez is in the cleanup spot today for Miami. Now is he taking the photo?
I think he's getting ready to put it on the gram.
Nice. Post it up. See, a little elbow bump to his buddy sitting next to him. See that?
Yep.
See that?
Hey, reenacting it now.
Quintana out of the stretch. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled away. Just to our right.
I feel like we've now kind of broken down the 3 true outcomes of what happens when you catch a foul ball. You take the picture, you post it, you call somebody, and then you recreate it.
Yeah. In that order, usually. And if it's a real screamer that you caught, grab your cold beverage and ice it off.
Yeah.
0-1 pitch is a foul straight back. Oh, almost a catch right in front of us. In and out of his glove. Youngster came away with it. Lane, that had some heat. That was coming your way.
Yeah, I was ducking.
Yeah.
I actually stood up for that one just in case. I thought maybe the guy down below us put a glove on it, and I thought maybe he was going to flip up to us.
There was a very good chance for a deflection.
That's the way I'd want to catch one.
Let it hit somebody in the shoulder, and then you...
Oh, I got it.
Look at me.
That was easy.
Meanwhile, it's 0-2 on Hernandez. The runner at first and 2 outs. And the pitch from Quintana is low with the breaking ball. Good pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hernandez hitting .326 on the season. He's homered 3 times, 13 runs batted in. Had both hits against Brandon Woodruff in his first game back down in Miami. 4th of July weekend. Pitch, runner goes. It's a ball. Throw to second base. He's on the bag. The tag is in time. And they catch him, steal him. Perfect throw from William Contreras. All Terang had to do was catch it, make sure it stayed in his glove. Caught stealing of Otto Lopez ends the top of the first inning. No score. Sal Frelick will lead it off when we come back on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee. It was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1956 with Billy Sorrell.
The First Inning is brought to you by Lakeland University, your first choice for a flexible, career-focused education on your schedule. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Sal Frelick leads it off for the Brewers in the bottom of the first inning. He's returned to the lineup almost 2 weeks ago. Got hurt on the last day against the Nationals before the All-Star break. Hamstring tightness as Jansen Junk delivers home. The first pitch ball down and away. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball and no strikes. Sal Frelick at 294. 7 home runs, a career high. He's driven in 39. Junk's pitch is outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Contreras to follow, and then Jackson Chourio in this bottom of the first inning. 2-0 the count on Sal. Junk sets and throws. And a bouncer hit towards the middle. Backhand play, and nobody makes the play. Frelick's got himself a base hit. Both Edwards and Lopez were in the neighborhood to try and make a play. Neither communicated with each other. And Sal Frelick able to get a C&I single to lead things off. Welcome back to the lineup. Base hit up the middle. Here's William Contreras. Quick Trip Around the Bases is presented this month by Giant Sunflower Seeds. Tonight's contestant in the Quick Trip Around the Bases contest is Jeremy Hill from Antigo. Swing and a miss by Contreras, and it's 0-1. Brewers score in the first inning. Jeremy will win a $100 Quick Trip gift card. Compliments of Giant Sunflower Seeds and Quick Trip. Jeremy Hill of Antigo. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a foul off on the right side. And it's 0-2. Contreras 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. Big right side for him to work with, and he'll use his timeout against Jansen Junk. Been really good in the month of July. 2-2, 225 earned run average. He's allowed just 6 earned runs on 18 hits in the month of July, spanning 4 starts. 0-2 pitch. Hit towards right and foul. It's a sweeper off the outside corner. Not much of a difference between home and road splits. ERA at 3 at home, 3.16 on the road. Made a few appearances with the Brewers a year ago. Delivery is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Milwaukee last season, 5 games, 8 innings, and gave up 6 runs on 16 hits. Bouncing back and forth between the Brewers and AAA Nashville before being sent to Oakland. The pitch. Swing and a fly ball to right. A couple of steps back for Hernandez. He'll make the catch, and back to first base goes Frelick. 1 away for Jackson Chourio. Brewers baseball brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, only 96 calories. It's Miller time. Career high 18-game hitting streak for Jackson Chourio. Extended it with a home run yesterday. It was his 17th of the season. He's just 2 behind Christian Yelich for the team lead. Back in the 3 spot tonight as Junk sets from the first base side and turns and throws to first base, and Frelick is back with a head first dive. Defensively for the Marlins, Stowers in left, Myers in center, and Hernandez in right. Sanoja, Lopez, Edwards, and Wagaman third to first on the infield, and Nick Fortes catches. Junk looks at first. The pitch to Chourio is fouled away. Up into the upper deck. 0-1. Jackson Chourio's got the swing going right now, like it was for the final 4 months of the season last year. Just swinging with a lot of confidence, going up the middle, going to the right side a lot. The pitch is a strike right down the middle. 95, the fastball from Junk. 0-2 on Chourio as the sun glistening from above. The roof open. And Chourio steps out. Uses his timeout down to the count 0-2. 271 for Churio. Told you about those 17 home runs. He's driven in 66, tied for the team lead with Yelich. 0-2 pitch. Wave and a miss at a breaking ball. First strikeout for Junk. And a feeble cut there by Jackson Churio. 2 gone now for Christian Yelich. He's our cleanup hitter today. It's brought to you by Loyal Family Renovations. Clean up any home damage with Loyal Family. Located in Muskego, serving southeastern Wisconsin and across the state. Don't let the out-of-towners handle it. Call locally owned Loyal Family Renovations for free inspection today. First pitch to Yelich. He's low and in the dirt, knocked down by Fortes. Fortes, the best defensive catcher on the Marlins roster, came in to catch the latter stages of yesterday's game. Great catch and throw guy. The Brewers are trying to strike first tonight against the Marlins. 1-0 pitch is a strike. 1-1 on Christian. 30 consecutive games on base. Drew a walk in his last plate appearance to extend that. 1-1 pitch is another strike right at the bottom of the zone with a changeup. 1-2. This is the first time Jansen Junk is facing the Brewers as an opposing pitcher. One-two. Line foul. A slider at the bottom of the zone. Yelich held the pose. Feels like he should have done more with that delivery. Fought it off and lives to see another pitch. Junk took the loss his last time out, gave up 6 runs in 5 innings of work against Kansas City. Going in on Yelich. 1-2 pitch. Missed down and in. 97 with that fastball from Junk. He's always had good stuff, as Pat Murphy said in his pregame chat today. He's just getting more of an opportunity, the Miami Marlins, than he did as a Brewer. He's taking it and running with it. 2-2, a swing and a miss at a breaking ball up in the zone, and Junk ends up striking out a pair in the bottom of the first inning. Brewers had a hit, strand one on our way to the second inning. No score on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family.
Left center, Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless. Come on, man.
Got it there.
Yes, indeed.
And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Score, top of the second inning on Bryce Terang Bobblehead Day. 24,000 of the original Platinum Glove Award winning bobbleheads, and then 1,000 of them dipped in platinum, all platinum blend. Heriberto Hernandez was at the plate when Otto Lopez was caught stealing and takes outside for ball 1. Hernandez, Wagaman, and then Stowers in his top of the second inning against Jose Quintana. Winds and deals home, and it's a strike. 1-1. clip the bottom part of the zone. Another great crowd tonight. Had nearly 42,000 in the ballpark last night. There's a check swing and a breaking ball, and it missed slightly low. Pretty good pitch. Didn't check the swing until just this moment, and John Bacon said no. And now Hernandez will take his timeout. Of the nearly 42,000 in attendance yesterday, I'd say about 38,000 stayed for the home run derby. Corey Hart and Keon Broxton were in the finals. Made it through. 2-1 pitch is a strike. They each hit 5 home runs in their respective first rounds. Corey Hart representing Team Braun, and Keon Broxton, Team Gomez. 2-2 to Hernandez. And that missed slightly low. Again, right near that strike zone. 3-2 on Hernandez. Keon Broxton ended up winning the thing in walk-off fashion. It was a great event last night. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ortho ASAP strikeout number 1 for Jose Quintana. $10,000 for Team Gomez charity of choice supporting autism awareness, and $5,000 going to Ryan Braun's charity of choice, Habitat for Humanity. And the pitch to Wagaman is a strike at the knees of the curveball. It's 0-1. The trophy that Keon Broxton won was as tall as he was. That is a massive trophy. No joke. The 0-1 pitch is a strike, and it's 0-2. It was a 6-foot tall trophy.
Yeah, either you're shipping that separately, or you're saying, you know what, Brewers, let's donate it to the front office. Put it on display. Make it a traveling trophy.
0-2 down and away. Just have it be the Alumni Home Run Derby Championship trophy that just stays somewhere. 1-2 pitch. Grounder towards the middle. Terang has it right near the second base bag. Turns and throws, and Wagaman is out. 4-3 on the putout. Brings up Kyle Stowers.
An event like that, Jeff, does not work unless everybody's bought into it. And all of those guys were totally into it and kind of competitive with each other, but having fun with it. And it just, I thought it came across great.
Yeah, it was a blast. Everybody bought in, and everybody performed exceptionally well. Stowers, a ground ball to second base. There's Terang, your Platinum Glove winner. He takes care of Stowers, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jose Quintana in the second. Bottom half coming up. Vaughn, Collins, and Terang scheduled for the Brewers on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by.
Five-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's pumped on.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not? Right?
He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Second inning. A reminder from your friends at Schneider and their professional truck drivers: slow down, move over, and drive safely in work zones. Vaughn 1 out of 2 yesterday. Waits on Jansen Junk's first offering, and it's curveball up and in. Ball 1 on Vaughn. A couple of home runs. He's driven in a dozen as a member of the Brewers, spanning a couple of weeks. Average just above 300. Now in line into the gap in left center. He's going to add to it. Vaughn around first. He's headed for second. It'll be a leadoff double for Andrew Vaughn. Here come the Brewers in inning number 2. $75 for the Mac Fund, courtesy of West Bend, the silver lining on that ringing double by Vaughn. Fastball in the inner part of the plate, got the hands through it. The barrel followed. He split the gap, and here comes Isaac Collins. Collins was 1 for 3 with a double last night. Also drew a walk. 268 overall. First pitch to him. This is high, ball 1. Summer is vacation time. And whether you're going cross country or cross town, be sure to bring along your summertime favorites. You know what we're talking about. 1-0 to Collins. Grounded towards the left side, a base hit. Vaughn will be held at third as Myers got to it. Throw goes all the way through. Collins stays put at first base. Vaughn had to make sure that ball was going to get through. Wasn't sure where the shortstop was behind him. So Vaughn held at third base. Runners around the corners. And nobody out for Bryce Turang. Make sure you pack plenty of Musinger sausage, Cedar Crest ice cream, and Pine River cheese spreads. Take the best tastes of home wherever you go. Great scoring opportunity against Junk as Turang digs in. 0 for 4 yesterday, 276 overall with his batting average. Double play depth up the middle. Corners are up. The pitch is down and in and knocked down by Fortes. 1 ball and no strikes on Bryce Turang. No score in the bottom half of inning number 2. Brewers scored just once yesterday. A solo home run by Jackson Churio. Trying to get to the Marlins early tonight. Collins leads from first. Vaughn down the line at third. Runner starts and stops. Turang fouls it away left side. Big game to get for the Brewers today, knowing you have to face Eury Perez of the Marlins tomorrow. Bright young superstars in the game on the mound. 1-1, runner does go. Swing and a line drive foul just over the head of Vaughn at third base. Brewers trying to go hit and run. That was a pitch that was up around the shoulders of Bryce Turang. Got the bat on it to protect Collins. But now Turang is down in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brewers last night were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Just did not have a lot of opportunities. 7 total base runners in the game. 1 and 2. They're going in on Turang. Junk's pitch. He is down and in. He's able to hold up on the swing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another great crowd tonight. I say we're going to be in that 40,000, maybe 39-ish. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Went to the breaking ball, and Bryce Turang strikes out swinging. Third strikeout for Jansen Junk.
41,449 yesterday. This is not yesterday's crowd, but it's not that far away. I think 39 is a good call. Maybe 40.
Well, for playing the Price is Right rules, I'll go 38. Just so I don't go over. Durbin at the plate. Infield comes up now. And the first pitch. Runner takes off. It's low. Throw to second base all the way through. And Collins is out. I'm not sure if Caleb Durbin was supposed to swing at that pitch or not. It was a slider off the plate away for a ball, but Collins is caught stealing and was first and third. Nobody out. Is now a runner at third base. And 2 outs as Fortes made a perfect throw to second base. And Durbin now deals with the runner at third and 2 away. The pitch Swing and a foul, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Went back to the breaking ball off the outside corner. Durbin, one of the top rookie run producers in Major League Baseball. 35 RBIs behind Agustin Ramirez of these Marlins. Pitch, a swing and a foul tip held on to by Fortes. It's 1-2. Vaughn leads from third. 1-2 coming. Miss Lone in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Durbin. Junk trying to pitch through trouble. 17 pitches for him in the first inning. He's at an even 30 as he comes set on Durbin. 2-2 at 2 outs. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle and a base hit. Vaughn scores. Brewers lead 1-0. Good piece of hitting from Caleb Durbin. 2 strikes, took some out of the swing, went right back where it came from. And a 2-out RBI single, a backbreaker potentially against Jansen Junk.
You just feel a little tension get released there, almost an exhale. Such a great scoring opportunity. Didn't want to see it go to waste. And Caleb Durbin, like he has so often this year, comes through with 2 outs.
36th run batted in. Now Ortiz. Runner takes off. Throw to second base. Durbin is safe. Got the hand under the tag, and Xavier Edwards says, hey, take a look. Looked like the hand got underneath that tag, but did he maintain possession of the base, or did his body come disengaged? And the Marlins are going to challenge this down at third base. So a replay review is coming.
Miami is challenging the safe call at second base. The previous play is under review.
All replay reviews brought to you by your friends at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. For windows with the strongest resilience, you need the Pella experience right now for 0% interest for up to 5 years. If you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com. All right, we've had an opportunity to see it. He beats the play. The hand is on the bag, but does he become disengaged with the base entirely while the tag is still being applied on him? Again, these are not the strictest of rules, right? This is not what the replay review was supposed to be intended for, but he became slightly disengaged with this base. But is it enough to overturn it?
Yeah, I think
after review, the runner lost contact with the base. Therefore, the ruling is overturned. The runner is out, and Miami will retain its challenge.
Not sure if you were able to tell whether or not he came fully disengaged with it, but it was enough for the folks back in New York. And 2 caught stealings in the inning for the Brewers. They do get 1 in the RBI single by Durbin. We'll go to the third inning. It's 1-0 Milwaukee on them.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started cooking with her, so we decided, to do the business. So we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of our mother. So that's when Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people. And this is what barbecuing is all about. And this is why we love it.
The newfangled idea of the time was night games, and teams thought that the shiny material of satin would reflect the stadium lights better. But satin comes with all kinds of issues. Despite all its drawbacks, this shiny material really does create a show-stopping jersey.
Five-man umpiring crew here today in this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's prime time.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
1-0 Brewers as we play in the third. And with the play-by-play, here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Dane Myers leads off for Miami here at 7, 8, and 9. As Quintana's faced the minimum due to a caught stealing back in the first inning. His first 2 innings of action. First pitch to Myers is over but low with a sinker. It's 1-0. So the Brewers able to break the ice and get a run out of it in the bottom of the second inning. Probably left feeling like they could have had more. 1-0 pitch is outside. It's 2 balls and no strikes on Myers. But you are able to get something out of the inning. That would have been a near disaster had they not at least gotten that clutch 2-out hit from Caleb Durbin. 2-0 pitch. That missed inside. It goes to 3-0 on Dane Myers, who was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game. And hitting for the first time here tonight. So Quintana, who's walked 1 already, has fallen behind to Myers. The 3-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone. And it's 3-1. Quintana working out of the windup. And now the 3-1 offering to Myers. And that's a ground ball through the left side and into left field for a base hit. So the first hit of this game for the Marlins. And they get their leadoff man aboard here in the top of the third. And that'll get Nick Fortes to the plate. Here's a club you're going to want to get into. Club Citgo. It's a super easy app and it opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Download the Club Citgo app today. Fortes hitting .248, 2 home runs. He's driven in 10. Quintana's pitch swung on and fouled straight back into the net, and it's 0-1. Same 2 teams tomorrow afternoon, and then the Cubs come to town. Nobody will be too dialed in on that series, I wouldn't imagine.
Nah.
A 1 pitch. That caught the outside corner with a curveball, and it's 0-2 on Fortes.
Especially knowing what the matchup is going to be on Monday now.
And Jacob Mizorowski going to be on the mound for the Crew. Boyd is going for the Cubs, correct?
Matthew Boyd, yep.
All-star. 0-2 is fouled out of play first base side. No balls and 2 strikes. It remains on Nick Fortes.
Quinn Priester in game 2 against former Brewer Colin Ray, and then Freddie Peralta and Shota Imanaga in the finale.
How about what former Brewer Adrian Hauser is doing? He got the start last night against the Cubs. For the Chicago White Sox. 0-2. Missed outside. Contreras thought about a back pick at first, elected not to throw down that way. And it's 1-2 on Fortes. Hauser's having a remarkable season, and he may be one of the more interesting names in the next couple of days at the deadline. 1-2 pitch. Missed down and in. That was a curveball. Didn't miss by a lot. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Hauser is now 6-2 with the White Sox, a .210 earned run average.
It actually went up last night. It was south of 2 before the game last night. Quintana looking in, and the 2-2 pitch popped him up. This one on the infield. Fair territory. It'll be Vaughn almost colliding with Contreras, who stands his ground and makes the catch halfway between the plate and the mound. Just a little bit of contact between Vaughn and Contreras. Vaughn was calling him off, it looked like, but Contreras said, "I got it." And there is one away. And here's Javier Sanoja, hitting .237 on the year with a home run and 19 driven in for Sanoja. Quintana throws to first, and back in time is Myers. And another former Brewer, Eric Lauer, also having some success with Chicago. The White Sox, that is. The pitch, there goes the runner. Pitch is a strike, throw to second is going to deflect off the glove of Terang and land near the bag at second, but in there safely is Myers with a stolen base. It was a called strike on Sanoha, so it's 0-1. That is the 4th attempted steal in this game. It's the first successful one. You don't see that every day. These teams are so good about timing up the pitcher to the plate and understanding the pop time of the catcher. Well, one pitch from Quintana. This is lifted in the air. Right field, twisting out of play and foul. And it's 0-2 on Sanoha. These teams are so good at understanding who you can run on, who you can't run on, who you can run with, that caught stealings you would think would be down, and they are, but you still get some here and there. Quintana looks at second. And now the 0-2 to Sanoha. This is lined into left. Coming in is Collins. He's not going to get there. He dives for it. It's past him. Going to roll all the way to the wall. Myers is in. Galloping around second. On his way to third is Sanoha. The throw is going to be in time. What a relay from Joey Ortiz. So the run will score on an RBI double by Sanoha, but he's out trying to stretch it into a triple. Joey Ortiz went out there and cut it and threw a strike right to Caleb Durbin at home plate. Or I should say at third base, rather. Collins laid out for it, couldn't come up with it. Churio went over there and collected it. Good throw to Ortiz, and Ortiz got rid of it in a hurry and threw it right where Durbin needed it to apply the tag. So we are tied at 1, 2 outs, nobody on, and now Xavier Edwards is the batter. Quintana's first offering is bunted in the air, right back to Quintana. He'll catch it. And the top of the third is complete. Marlins get a run, and they tie it at 1. We go to the bottom of 3, a 1-1 ball game on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available.
A sartorial issue here. There's the team name, Chicago Cubs, so it does work.
It's got the right color.
Yeah, it's gray.
Maybe there was something went wrong with his other one.
1-1 to Marte in the air, right to the guy we just showed you.
As we go to the bottom of the third inning here at American Family Field, and it's time for the Potawatomi Casino Hotel 3-bagger in the third contest. Our contestant is Bev Hunt from Wanakee. Bev will win a Potawatomi prize package if a member of the crew hits a triple this inning. Visit WTMJ.com to enter and for official contest rules. Joey Ortiz takes a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Marlins getting a run in the top of the third to tie this game up. And a swing and a miss from Joey. And he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Ortiz hitting .216, 7 home runs. And 31 driven in on the year for Joey. Junk brings home the 0-2 pitch, and he punches it foul. First base side, and it stays at 0-2. Junk at 35 pitches as he works here in the third. Marlins excited about what they've been able to get out of Jansen Junk so far. He's been a very effective pitcher for them in this rotation. Got inserted into it in late June as Ortiz lays off a sweeper down and away, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 to Joey, and a fly ball to right, pushing back Hernandez onto the edge of the warning track, maybe a step or two shy of it to make the catch in right field for the first out, and that'll get Sal Frelick to the plate. Well, no dental insurance, but you need dental care. The new Wisconsin Dental Association Dental Savings Club can save you up to 55% from a statewide network of trusted WDA dentists. Join at WDAclub.com. Frelick 1 for 1 in his return from his short stint on the injured list. Junk's first offering to him is a breaking ball in there for strike 1. What a season Sal's put together so far. Average has been hovering anywhere from 290 to 300 for the most part this year. 0-1 is a strike at the knees with a changeup, and it's 0-2. A little more power than you saw from Sal a season ago. He's got 7 long balls this year. And playing Gold Glove level defense in right once again. 0-2 pitch. Outside. And it's 1-2. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the third at American Family Field. Junk looking in. And the 1-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. Frelick fooled by that curveball down low, and he went around, and Frelick strikes out. That is the 4th strikeout for Junk, and there's 2 quick outs now for William Contreras. Battle of NL Central's best, and the Brewers host the Cubs. We're just talking about it. 3 games starting Monday. That's Miz versus Boyd. Don't miss a second of rivalry baseball in Milwaukee. Find your seats today at brewers.com/tickets. First pitch to Contreras is a chopper to first, backhanded by Wagaman. He'll run to the bag himself, retire Contreras, and the Brewers go very quietly in the bottom of the third. We head to the 4th inning, tied at 1 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Brewers fans, with US Mode from US Cellular, you can keep your eye on the ball, not on your screen. Whether you're inside the stadium, tailgating in the lots, or listening to the game at home, US Cellular wants you to focus on genuine connections with your family, friends, and fellow Brewers fans.
Play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no
No sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Quintana brings home the first pitch to Ramirez, and he missed outside of the changeup. It's 1-0. Ramirez hit what he thought was his 15th home run of the season yesterday in the first inning, but Blake Perkins brought it back. Ended up being a double. 1-0 pitch. This is hit pretty well out to right. Freely going back at the track, and there's number 15 for Ramirez right there. Flies just above the bullpen and out of here to right. And Ramirez has given the Marlins a 2-1 lead. There was no pulling that one back. That guy has incredible power. He takes some massive cuts. And you can see what the Marlins like about him in the little sample size we've had.
Got him in the Jazz Chisholm deal a year ago. He's got power from pole to pole, too. Saw him go out to center last night, Lane, as you talked about, this time out to right field.
So here's Otto Lopez. Quintana brings home the first pitch to Lopez, misses low. It's 1-0. Lopez had 3 doubles in yesterday's game, drove in 2 runs. He's having a very nice season. .254 average, 11 home runs, 54 driven in. 1-0 pitch. Lopez took outside with a changeup. It goes to 2 balls and no strikes. We drive around the league. It's presented by Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. 2-0 pitch. Lopez took low. That was the curveball. He goes to 3 balls and no strikes. So Quintana falling behind to Otto Lopez here. Jose brings home the 3-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. Rays are leading the Reds in Cincinnati. That game's in the top of the 6th inning. Just actually clicked over to the bottom of the 6th. It's a 1-0 Rays lead. No score down in Chicago at Rate Field between the Cubs and the White Sox. 3-1. That's a strike, and it's 3-2. That game's in the top of the 4th inning. St. Louis and the Padres tied at 1 in St. Louis in the top of the 3rd. There were some fireworks in that series last night. 3-2 pitch, a chopper over the head of Quintana. Charging is Ortiz, scoops the glove, throws to first in time. Oh, what a great transfer. Charging that ball from Joey Ortiz made it look really easy. And there's one away. And before Hernandez hits, 10 for ID on the Brewers Radio Network. With Jeff Lovering and Kent Sommerfeld, Lane Grindle with you here tonight from American Family Field. A 2-1 Marlins lead. Heriberto Hernandez lines one out to left, but right in the tracks of Collins. Back a couple of steps, makes the catch. And now there's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th for Eric Wagaman. Carbless is a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Premium ready-to-drink cocktails, 0 carbs, sugar, gluten. Find it at the ballpark or at your local grocery store. Carbless. Less is more. That's 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten. I wasn't saying there was gluten in carbless. 0 gluten. Important distinction.
Gluten-free.
Gluten-free is another way to say it. Yeah, you'd be right. Quintana's first pitch to Eric Wagaman is high, and it's 1-0. 2-1 Marlins. Ramirez with a solo home run here in the 4th to put Miami on top. 1-0 pitch. Missed outside of the curveball, and it goes to 2 balls and no strikes. Beautiful night. This has turned into a gorgeous night here at the park. It was not a gorgeous day for most of it. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-1. Woke up to rain.
That's okay.
Well, we needed it, to be honest with you. Kind of drizzled on and off throughout most of the morning and even early afternoon. 2-1. That is a little bit low and away with a changeup, and it goes to 3 balls to 1 strike on Wagaman. And we've seen this a lot from Jose in his last 7-8 starts or so, and that has been falling behind and the occasional walk here and there. 3-1 pitch is ground ball through the left side into left field for a base hit for Wagaman. So the Marlins, this is a team that puts the ball in play a lot. They're pesky offensively. Probably remind you a little bit of the Brewers in some ways. And that is their 4th hit of this game. And now you have to face Stowers, and he is always dangerous, even with the lefty on the mound. He grounded out back in the 2nd inning, and he's 0 for 1 today. But it's a Potawatomi Sportsbook trip to the mound as Contreras goes out there to chat things over with Quintana. Wednesday the 30th, Brewers and the Cubs, and Potawatomi will get you there. Sportsbook opens at 10 a.m. on game day with any same-day sports bet or sportsbook dining purchase. You'll get a wristband and a shuttle to the stadium. Visit the website for more. Quintana's first pitch to Stowers is a liner over the glove of Terang and into right field. Wagaman will stop at second. Now he's going to try for third. Here comes the throw from Frelick. It was in time but offline, and so Durbin had to scramble back over and try to apply a tag, and able to get around it was Wagaman and into the third base bag safely. Frelick got rid of it and uncorked a throw that beat Wagaman there, but it was a little bit towards the left field side of the third base bag, and Durbin had to come off of it to catch it. Pat Murphy's seeing if they want a challenge. They won't. I'm not sure Durbin ever got a tag to him at all. It was probably an ill-advised decision to try to get to third by Wagaman, but it paid off for him. And now runners on the corners for Dane Myers. Quintana brings home the pitch, and Myers pops one back and out of play foul into the Loge level down below us. So plenty of base runners for the Marlins against Quintana early on here in this one. Five hits and a walk with 2 outs here in the 4th inning so far against Quintana in the game. Swing and a miss. Elevated a fastball at 91. Myers went after it and came up empty. It's 0-2. Quintana trying to keep this at that 2-1 deficit. This feels like a fairly big moment early, with runners on the corners and 2 outs here. Quintana's 0-2 pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Baltimore leading the Rockies 6-0 in Baltimore. That game's in the bottom of the 4th. No score in Detroit between the Blue Jays and the Tigers. That's in the top of the 8th. That ball game cruising along. 1-2 pitch is a little low with the curveball. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A's leading the Astros 1-0. Nick Kurtz is 0 for 1. So they didn't score their 1 on a solo home run from the rookie. Quintana's 2-2 pitch. It's a little bit low. And now the count is full. 3-2 is the count on Dane Myers, who singled through the left side back in the 3rd. Quintana looks in. Brings home the 3-2 pitch. Missed outside. He walked him. Tried to get him to chase a changeup. Just didn't hit his spot. That one drifted on him a little bit. And the bases are loaded with 2 outs now for Nick Fortes. Second walk issued by Quintana. And now a really big spot in this game. Quintana versus Fortes with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Quintana's first pitch, missed down and in with a changeup. It's 1-0. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for that changeup tonight. Many of his misses with that changeup have not been very competitive misses. Granted, a lot of times you're trying to get some chase with it, but hasn't been an effective pitch so far. But he's a veteran. He can find it at some point. 1-0 pitch. This is hit foul and out of play first base side. And it's 1-1 here on Fortes.
Neither of his off-speed pitches have been very effective. 3 for 10 in the changeup, strike percentage, and 5 for 13 thrown his curveball.
Yeah. 1 ball and 1 strike here. And the pitch. Swing and a foul back. That was the changeup.
Wasn't a good one, but got a swing out of it.
That one stayed up. It was off the plate a little bit. That's probably what helped him get away with it. But that was about belt high. If that gets any more of the plate, that's probably a big problem for him. 1-2 here on Fortes. Quintana brings home the pitch, and it's a liner out to right, but in the tracks of Frelick. Comes in a couple of steps, makes the catch, and Quintana is able to get out of it with no further damage. Just the solo home run surrendered to Ramirez to start up the 4th. The Marlins would go on to leave the bases loaded.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
The Brewers Radio Network.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Marlins lead it 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning here at American Family Field. Jackson Chourio to lead things off for the Crew. Chourio, Yelich, and Vaughn scheduled to hit against Jansen Junk. First offering to Jackson, missed up and in with a breaking ball, and it's 1-0. Chourio struck out back in the 1st inning. Junk has retired 4 via the strikeout so far tonight. 1-0 pitch, and Jackson, a liner into left center field, down for a base hit. It has split the defenders, finally cut off by the left fielder Stowers, and Jackson jogging into second with a stand-up double. And it's a 19-game hitting streak for Jackson Chourio. $75 to the Mac Fund, courtesy of Westman, the Silver Lining. And Jackson Chourio probably in about as good of a place at the plate right now as he's been at any point this season. You'd probably have to go back to that 2nd week of April to find a similar type of place offensively for Jackson Chourio. And now here's Yelich. First offering to Yelich, a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. He got a fastball at 94 on the inner half and went after it. And he's down 0-1 in the count. Chourio at second base gets his lead. Here's a chopper, but foul. First base side, and it's quickly 0-2 on Yelich. That was a curveball down below the zone that time from Junk. You've got the RBI machine, Andrew Vaughn, in the on-deck circle. Brewers would like to put together a big inning against Junk. Had a chance to do it in the 2nd inning. Got 1 run out of it. 0-2 pitch. And Yelich took a changeup down low, 1-2. That inning began with a leadoff double. That one was from Vaughn. You get a leadoff double from Chourio here. Yelich trying to get himself back into this count. Junk's 1-2 and a swing and a miss. Yelich strikes out. Fastball at 95. Strikeout number 5 for Jansen Junk, and there's one away for Andrew Vaughn. Well, earlier tonight, Pete Myers, U.S. Marine Corps, served in the 90s. Many times overseas for Pete Myers. He was honored on the first base dugout by the Brewers. Big ovation for Pete Myers, as all of our service members get, as Vaughn swings on one and fouls it back and out of play. It's 0-1. Reminder that retired veterans can turn to Network Health for affordable and reliable health plans tailored to meet your needs. Find the coverage you need and health plan experience you want with Network Health. Learn more at networkhealth.com/veterans. Here's a wheel towards second, and Chourio back to the bag. A disengagement used by Jansen Junk. No balls and 1 strike on Vaughn. The pitch. And Vaughn, a chopper to third. Big hop to the third baseman. Sanoha looks the runner back to second and throws to first to retire Vaughn. 2 down, and the Brewers trying to do something with this leadoff double. It's going to be up to Isaac Collins. Collins had a base hit back in the second. He's 1 for 1. A couple of hits in the series now for Collins. A 2-1 Marlins lead here, bottom of the 4th inning. Brewers trying to get that leadoff double around. First pitch to Collins, and he took a strike at the very top of the strike zone. It's 0-1. Collins, of course, a switch hitter, so up there's a lefty against Junk. 0-1. And he checked on a pitch that missed outside of the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. Brewers acquired Junk a couple of years ago in the Hunter Renfroe trade with the Angels. Spent the last 2 years with Milwaukee and now in Miami. Here's a swing and a miss. Fastball at 95 at the top of the zone. It's 1-2. Looks like a little different pitcher than the one the Brewers saw. He was a guy that spent most of his time in AAA, was up and down a little bit. Spot start here or there. Some mop-up duty at the end of games occasionally. Just 7 appearances for the Brewers over 2 seasons. 1-2 pitch. Collins took low and inside with a breaking ball. Ooh, that's a tough take, but he's better for it, and it's 2-2. That one might have clipped the very inside corner of the strike zone. Very close pitch. Here's the 2-2. And fouled back into the net. And Collins stays alive, trying to put together a nice good bat here against Jansen Junk, who is at 55 pitches as he works here in the bottom of the 4th. Two-two pitch. That missed down and in with a slider. And the count is full. These are the kind of at-bats we've kind of gotten used to seeing from Isaac Collins. He will grind out at-bats. It might be 0-2 or 1-2. You'll blink and it's a 3-2 count. Here's the pitch. And a little flare into left center field. Dane Myers racing in. Stowers goes into a slide. It's off of his glove and trickles over to center field. Chourio is in. And standing at second with an RBI double is Isaac Collins. He didn't hit it hard, but he hit it to the right spot. Stowers went into a slide, got a glove to it, but couldn't come up with a catch. And the Brewers have tied this game at 2. Look at the divot that Stowers took out of left center field as he went into that slide. Quite a guy. He's actually doing a little landscaping while he's out there now. He got the glove to it. It just went off the tip of his glove, and Myers had to scramble back and get it. $75 more to the MAC Fund, courtesy of Westspin, the silver lining on that RBI double from Collins. Now here's Terang. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
Divots look like the driving range when Tiger Woods is done with it. Not just one shot. That's like the whole spray pattern.
I don't even know how he did that. The 0-1. That missed low with a curveball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's wedge practice right there.
Let's try to spin it. 1-1 on Terang. Here's the pitch. And Bryce took down with another curveball. And it goes to 2-1. Well, that swing does a couple of things. One, it ties the game up. That's the most important thing. Two, it extends this inning a little bit more on Junk. 2-1. And here's a liner into right center field. That's going to get down, roll all the way to the wall. Collins jogging around third. He will score. It's an RBI double for Terang, and the Brewers lead it 3-2. A rocket into right center from Bryce Terang at 105. And the Brewers have collected 3 doubles against Jansen Junk here in the bottom of the 4th. $75 more to the Mac Fund, courtesy of Westman, the Silver Lining. And it's like Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. They're trading places here in the 4th.
Looking good, Lewis.
Feeling good. So we got another visit to the mound, presented by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Coming up Wednesday, Brewers and Cubs wrapping up that 3-game series in Potawatomi. We'll get you there. Sportsbook opens at 10 a.m. And with any same-day sports bet or sportsbook dining purchase, you'll get a wristband and a shuttle to the stadium. Visit the website for more. So, crowd getting a little bit loud. Brewers with a 3-2 lead. Second lead of this game for the Crew. And now here's Caleb Durbin. Durbin takes a high strike that just put the outside edge. And it's 0-1. Durbin with an RBI single back in the second inning. A 1 pitch. Down and away with a sweeper. And evens it a ball and a strike. The Brewers have 4 extra base hits against Junk so far in this game. 3 of them in this inning. 1-1. This is fouled back and out of play behind home plate. And it's 1-2 on Durbin. Leadoff double from Churio, and then back-to-back 2-out doubles from Collins and Terang. Terang still standing at second base. The 1-2 to Durbin. And he laid off a sweeper down and away. And the count levels at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Been a lot of base runners early on in this game between these two teams. 12 hits between the two teams already. Here's the 2-2. And a fly ball to left center field. This is hit well. Stowers back to the warning track. He'll make the catch. Running up against the wall in the process. Durbin gave it a ride. Ballpark held it right in front of the Brewers bullpen. Brewers get 2, though, on 3 doubles in the inning. They lead at 3-2 as we head to the 5th on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family.
What is it about baseball cards that make them so special? Why do you enjoy doing that?
Well, the biggest thing is I started collecting when I was a kid. O-Pee-Chee was a Canadian hockey league, and then the Canadian football. But I didn't start in the U.S. until I had signed professionally as a ball player. And when I got my first rookie card, and I've got it here with me.
Let's take a peek at that.
1956 with Billy Sorrell.
2 as we head to the 5th inning. And back into call it for you. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thanks, Lane. Javier Sanoja leads it off. Doubled back in the 3rd inning to drive in a run, and the first pitch to him is a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. Sanoja, Edwards, and Ramirez. 3 runs on 7 hits for the Brewers against Jansen Junk. 4 of those have been doubles. 0-1 to Sanoja, misses low, 1 ball and 1 strike. How about a quick vibe check? Cooler full of Vizzy Hard Seltzer, that's a big vibe. Vizzy Hard Seltzer, the seltzer that passes the vibe check. Ball and a strike on Sanoja, and Quintana deals, and a fly ball. 3rd base side, foul territory. Durbin leaning in, he's out of room. It's over the Marlins dugout for strike 2. We're talking about vibes. How about some good vibes down in Quad Cities, Iowa today? That is where the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers are playing. And our buddy Chris Maring, who is featured in every week's minor league report each and every Sunday, chronicling the Brewers minor league system, is down and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Javier Sanoja. Chris Maring tonight is broadcasting in his 3,000th consecutive game with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers. Congratulations to Chris. That is a lot of games consecutively. 2-2, bouncer hit towards the middle. Terang bobbles it and bobbles it again, and Sanoja will reach base. Was trying to get around, and that ball just did not stay in his glove. And it will be an error on Bryce Terang. So a free base runner to open up this 5th inning. Leadoff man is on for a 3rd straight inning against Quintana. Tough play, but one that we have seen Bryce Terang make numerous times flawlessly. Here's Xavier Edwards. He is grounded out and popped out. Well, congratulations to Chris. Great guy, great broadcaster, and a great friend. Appreciate him very much. Congratulations on 3,000 straight games. Edwards from the right side of the plate. Quintana deals home, and it's a strike at the top of the zone. It's 0-1.
Chris has been a great friend to both you and myself. We always look forward to seeing him during spring training. I always love it when the Brewers make the postseason, because that means Chris is going to be around during those games too.
He's a special guy as the pitch, a ground ball through the left side, a base hit. Back-to-back base runners for the Marlins in the bottom of the 4th inning. As Agustin Ramirez, who homered his last time, is coming up. Second hit of the series for Xavier Edwards. And now you got to face the teeth of this Marlins order. Ramirez can't get you a ground ball. So can Quintana. Pitch is popped up. He'll take that. Infield fly is called for. Vaughn makes the catch, and now it was going to be recorded no matter what. Take that pop up. Now go get yourself a double play ball. Get out of the inning. 1 away for Otto Lopez. Well, did you know that Jacob Mizorowski is pitching Monday? Yes, he is pitching Monday against the Chicago Cubs. That's a good thing. He's been taking the league by storm, and you're going to have an opportunity to get a Miz t-shirt. That's not coming up on Monday, but that's Sunday, August the 10th. Brewers' next homestand. That's against the New York Mets. Get there early, be one of the first 25,000 ticketed fans through the gate to get a shirt. Lopez at the plate, and Quintana turns back towards second.
There's one catch to that, though.
What's that?
They're only going to give out shirts in Miz's size.
Really? So youth larges?
Tall and skinny.
Tall and skinny. First pitch is a strike on Otto Lopez. Sanoja getting jittery out there at second base. Get your tickets at brewers.com/giveaways. They will have different sizes, Lane. Don't tell the people bad information. They will have different sizes.
They didn't believe me on that one.
You never know. The 0-1 is a changeup off the outside corner. Good pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. The Miz. Cool t-shirt. August 10th. 25,000 fans. One on Lopez. Had good series so far. 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Pitch is off the outside corner again with the changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. He is really nibbling on that outside corner. Trying to get Lopez to expand his strike zone. He hasn't done it yet. And good speed on the bases with Sanoja and Edwards. 2-1 pitch. Lopez took low, and it's 3-1. This has been an issue for Jose Quintana, falling behind pretty consistently in tonight's game. 83 pitches. Nobody loosening in the pen. 3-1. Fly ball into right. That will be an easy play for Sal Frelick. Comes in, makes the catch. So on 3-1, Quintana able to get the soft fly out to right field. And Otto Lopez is retired. That was a fastball. Got a pretty good amount of the plate. Lopez couldn't do anything with it. Up to Heriberto Hernandez. 0 for 2. Strikeout and line out to left. Quintana throws home. And it's a ball down and in. He's working the inner part of the plate more consistently tonight. That's what he needs to do to be successful, especially with that changeup on the outer part of the plate. But some of his misses have been in when he's been trying to go away. That's an issue. 1-0. That's a strike. Fastball at the knees. 1-1. And tonight, really the only thing he's been able to throw for strikes consistently has been the fastball. 1-1 on Hernandez. 2 on with 2 out. The pitch. It's high. 2 balls and a strike. And Quintana at a point in his career where he's living on the edges, and he has to. He's not throwing 95 miles an hour anymore. You have to be able to control the strike zone with what you got. 2-1. It's low. 3 balls and a strike. Second consecutive batter that he has fallen behind. 3-1. He was able to get out of Lopez. Now he deals with Hernandez, another right-handed batter. Cleanup hitter tonight for Miami. 3-1 pitch. Liner to left center. Collins back. Still back. It is over the fence and gone. Heriberto Hernandez hits a 3-run home run, and the Brewers see their 3-2 lead go to a 5-3 deficit. So the leadoff error by Bryce Terang at second base leads to 3 unearned runs for the Miami Marlins. There's only so many batters that you can face getting down in the count, 3 balls and 1 strike before you get hurt. And today it was Heriberto Hernandez who jumped all over a pitch on the inner part of the plate and hits a 3-run shot out to left center. That'll bring Chris Hook out to the mound and have a chat with his pitcher Jose Quintana in his 5th inning. Trips to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wednesday, July 30th, Brewers hosting the Chicago Cubs at home. Potawatomi will get you there. Potawatomi Sportsbook opens at 10 a.m. on game day. And with any same-day sports bet or sportsbook dining purchase, you'll get a wristband and a shuttle to the stadium. Visit the website for more information. So Heriberto Hernandez has 4 home runs on the season. Half of them have come against the Brewers. The other against Brandon Woodruff in his return from the injured list down in Miami over 4th of July weekend. Tonight, the 3-run shot against Quintana in the top of the 5th. A 3-run top of the 5th inning. The Brewers have not been able to have that shutdown inning. Pitch to Wagaman. Check swing and a strike. Wagaman, 1 base hit over his last 6 games. And it came in the 4th inning. And that one misses down and in with a curveball. Grant Anderson is now loosening in the Brewers' pen. 91 pitches for Jose Quintana through 4 2/3 innings. 1-1. Missed outside, 2-1. He's got to 1-1 pretty consistently over the course of this evening, but he has not won those 1-1 counts. 2-1 pitch to Wagaman. There's a strike. That's where he needs to be, at inner third. He hasn't hit that spot very consistently. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wagaman. Still a lot of game left. That's the good news. 2-2 pitch. Foul back. Tried to go in again. It leaked over the middle of the plate. Milwaukee will have Ortiz, Frelick, and Contreras scheduled against Junk. Got to him in the 4th inning. 3 doubles. A pair of those with 2 outs. Need to come back in this one. Down 5-3. 2-2 pitch to Wagaman. And it missed down and away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. 95 pitches and climbing for Jose Quintana. In a situation where if Wagaman reaches, he might have Stowers, and then that's about it for Quintana. 3-2 pitch. Popped up foul. Will do it again. Quintana wiping his hand off on his pad leg. Digs back on the top of the rubber. And another payoff to Eric Wagaman. And he fouled it in and out of the glove of Contreras. Better location down and away. Wagaman battling against Quintana. Very rarely has he gone over 100 pitches. Just 4 times this year has he gone over 100. Last time June 27th against Colorado through 105. 3-2 again to Wagaman. And it's popped up into the seats foul right side. That was the 9th pitch of the at-bat. This will be number 10. He's thrown 3 straight fastballs. And of the 9 pitches so far, just 2 curveballs. Everything else heaters. 3-2 again. Struck him out looking. Fastball on the outside corner and got a gift from Tony Randazzo. Ortho ASAP strikeout ends the 5th inning, but the Marlins get 3 on the 3-run homer by Hernandez. Home half of the 5th on the way. 5-3 Marlins on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
This is a good one right here. The Padres. Little pinstripe unis. We would wear these every Thursday. When I kept it, I wanted to keep it all dirty. I always felt like if you didn't get dirty in a baseball game, you kind of didn't really play that day. So I had my pine tar there, a little dirt in the front side of it, but the brown and orange, really cool cleats. All the fans really enjoyed it as much as the players did.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy Tritt, they got their feet tangled up before the ball came down.
That goes helicoptering into the net. It's Pantar.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
A little tumble behind the mound, hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
Joey Ortiz going to start the comeback trail, hopefully, in this bottom of the 5th inning. Down 5-3 against the Marlins. Marlins have scored in 3 straight innings as Ortiz takes a hanging breaking ball for strike 1. Ortiz fly to right back in the 3rd inning. 0-1 pitch is inside. Change up at 87 from Junk. Pitch number 69 for Junk on the way to Joey Ortiz. And it's popped up on the infield. It'll be Fortes, the catcher, who makes the catch for out number 1. Sal Frelick is the hitter. He is singled and struck out. Well, you know, it's made in Milwaukee, and darn proud of it. That's Usinger's, Milwaukee's oldest and finest family-owned and operated sausage shop. For more than 140 years, they've worked hard at being the best, so look for them at your local grocer. Sal Frelick at the plate. And Junk delivers strike 1, a swing and a miss at a changeup. And it's 0-1. The breakfast bar was open today, Levering household.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, we did some egg in a hole. This one is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is self-explanatory. You cut a hole out of the piece of bread, put the egg in it, fry it up, flip it over.
You know, I've never done that. I've seen it, but I've never done it.
No, it's a staple in our household. Here's the 1-1. And it is low. 2 balls, 1 strike.
I'm going to do it tomorrow morning now.
It's fun.
I don't know that I have any bread, so I might have to do it like in a hamburger bun.
Ooh, that
might work though, right?
Total protein, yeah.
That'll work.
Are you going to make your own hamburger bun?
No, I've got some hamburger buns.
You have the buns?
Yeah.
The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. For whatever reason, I thought you said hamburger patty.
Yeah, I knew that when you said the protein bit.
Yeah, no, you could do a hamburger bun.
Yeah,
but you could do an egg inside of. You cut the middle out of a hamburger patty. You put the egg in it. Frelick pops it up, and it's foul and out of play.
Come with a Surgeon General's warning, but you know.
No, well, you cook the burger first and then put the egg in.
Yeah.
As you flip it.
Yeah,
you could do that. Here's your protein. 2-2 coming. And it's down and in on Sal. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We also had some of the Usinger's peppered bacon going on the side with our egg in a hole. Kids are big fans, as was I. 3-2, grounder, right side. Wagaman stays down, flips to Junk, covering the bag. 2 away. 3-1 on the putout. And William Contreras is the hitter. We told you about the Jacob Mizorowski t-shirt that's coming up on Sunday, August the 10th. How about the day before? A new Christian Yelich bobblehead giveaway. Saturday, August 9th against the Mets. It's courtesy of American Family Insurance. 25,000 ticketed fans through the gates. Get your hands on one of those Yelich bobbleheads. Grab your seats at Brewers.com. Right now, pitch to Contreras is a strike in the inside corner. Contreras 0 for 2, a fly out and a ground out. The Brewers down 5-3 in the bottom of the 5th. It's low. Brings the count even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trying to get on ahead of Jackson Chourio, who's on deck. Junk now at 78 pitches. 1-1. Liner up the middle and a base hit for William Contreras. Hit it right off the cap of the bat. Had some English on it to keep it away from Otto Lopez, and Chourio will indeed have an opportunity to hit, representing the tying run. For Contreras, his first hit of the series. He's now 1-for-7. Chourio doubled to extend his hitting streak to 19 games back in the 4th. Hits again against Jansen Junk. The Brewers have a game lead in the Central over the Cubs. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Chourio was trying to tie the game. A pitch that was up and away. The Toronto Blue Jays red hot. Just passed the Brewers for the best record in Major League Baseball by half a game with their win last night. 0-1 pitch. That's up and in. Look out.
And their game just went final. They won 6-1 over Detroit. The struggles for the Tigers continue.
Man, they are really fighting it. They're a good team, though. 1-1 to Churio. Fly ball, foul. That was a good one to hit. A hair late on that fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Jackson Churio. Homered in last night's game. Going outside, the 1-2 is down and away, and Churio laid off. That was the same pitch that he flailed out in the first inning. (5-3) Miami. Contreras takes his lead from first. 2-2 to Churio. Swing and a foul in and out of the glove of Fortes. Couldn't squeeze it. Do it again on 2-2. This next pitch will be number 85 for Jansen Junk. (2-2). Fly ball, right field. Catch some wind. Foul. Get another opportunity. Sweeper on the outside corner to Jackson Churio. He's in one of those modes right now where every time he swings the bat, you think the ball is going to go a million miles an hour off of the barrel. Still 2-2. Junk sets and deals. Fly ball, left center. Stowers on the warning track makes the catch. Maybe a splinter onto the label there for Jackson Churio. Just missed it. And the Brewers come up empty in the bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th. It's 5-3 Miami.
Tip of the cap, and now here we go. He gets Larry Walker, and here he is. He's going to face him right-handed. Why not? He looks like a catcher hitting. And now he's back to the left side, and a 2-out walk. So Walker reaches base after that first pitch that was like the flyby here right after the anthem.
Is over for Jose Quintana after 5 innings of work. He threw 99 pitches, 5 runs, 2 of which were earned on 7 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 2. He'll give way to Grant Anderson, pitched in the game yesterday, scoreless 8th inning, struck out 2, walked 1, and threw 13 pitches. So he faces Kyle Stowers, and we'll see if Clayton McCullough ends up going to the bench with his lefties. Stowers rifles one foul, first base side off the netting. 0-1 on Stowers. Anderson, his 46th appearance of the season. He's 2-3, a .268 earned run average. Pitch to Stowers, fouled away again. The Brewers have had a couple of near misses against Jansen Junk. Jackson Churio fly ball that ended the 5th. Caleb Durbin, very similar spot. Fly ball to left that ended the 4th with a man on base. Time used by Stowers as Anderson was ready to go. Oh, 0-2. Pitch to Stowers. Outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Stowers at 297 with his 1 for 2 so far today. 23 home runs. He's driven in 62. 13 of those home runs have come since June 22nd. Hits one down the right field line. It's a fair ball and into the corner. Just did get it by Vaughn. Frelick digs it out. It'll be a leadoff double for the Marlins all-star left fielder. Leadoff man is on base for a 4th straight inning for Miami. That has not boded well for the Brewers. Each time that leadoff man has been on in the first 3 innings, they've come around to score. Stowers got a fastball in the inner part of the plate, and he just turned and burned on it and got it by Andrew Vaughn at first base. Maybe even hit a pigeon, to be honest with you. There's a pigeon out on the field and right, and that baseball may have deflected off the pigeon. Pigeon's fine. There's Dane Myers, and Myers takes strike 1. Not talking about a Pedro Serrano situation for Major League 2. He hit it off the pigeon and was tagged out as the potential tying run was scheduled to score. The 0-1 to Myers. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And Serrano is tagged out administering CPR to a pigeon. It's too good. 0-2 on Dane Myers. 5-3 Marlins in the 6th. The pitch is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Up and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stowers at second base. 2-2 coming. Sweeper way outside, and Contreras had to dive to come down with it. So Marlins team that traditionally has not hit a lot of home runs. Don't have a lot of power in this roster. Both teams near the bottom of the league in home runs, but the Marlins with 2 big ones today. Pitch. Fly ball. Left center. I think they're going to have another one. Collins is back, and it is gone. Dane Myers hits another home run for the Marlins. That's his 5th on the season. A 2-run shot, and it's 7-3 Miami. Myers has not been retired today. He came into this game 1 for his last 24 at the plate. Now has a single to left, a walk, and a 2-run home run. And that was not a cheapie. Fastball in the inner part of the plate, and Myers hit it up and over the Brewers bullpen. It was ahead 0-2. So Grant Anderson allows the home run, the 6th he's allowed this season. Here's Fortes, and he takes a breaking ball inside for ball 1. And that made the Brewers' comeback efforts a lot more difficult now. 1-0 pitch. It's a strike. Went back to the sweeper. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, that leadoff man reaching base has been a bad omen for the Brewers. That one's fouled back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Every time that leadoff man has reached for the Marlins today, they've come around to score. The Brewers, same case. They've had the leadoff man on 3 times in the first 5 innings. However, they've scored in 2 of those 3 innings. One-two pitch to Fortes. Strike 3 called. Slider at the bottom of the zone didn't have to be a strike, and Fortes is rung up and says a couple of words to Tony Randazzo on his way back to the dugout. Ortho ASAP strikeout for Anderson, one away in the 6th. Javier Sanoja is the batter. Well, join us at American Family Field on August 1st for Flicks on the Field. It's presented by Fleet Farm. You can watch the Brewers game on the scoreboard. That one's away, 1 ball to no strikes. Enjoy field access, dinner, a movie, and so much more. To purchase tickets, visit brewers.com/flicks. Ground ball to second base. Terang stays down and fields and throws for out number 2. Sanoja is retired.
What movie?
It just says a movie. I'm guessing it's a baseball movie.
Yeah, maybe it is put to a vote once everybody gets there.
Maybe.
Maybe they just pull up Netflix and
chill.
They just scroll for an hour trying to figure out what they're going to watch.
I've seen that. No.
Not in the mood for that.
No, I'm not going to watch that. Watch documentary? No, I don't want to watch that.
I bet I've wasted a week of my life just scrolling through streaming services trying to figure out what I'm going to watch.
I think that's on the low end of most people. Edwards hits one into center field for a base hit. Churio gets it in. Edwards with his second hit of the ball game. He's 2 for 4. The Marlins have scored 7 runs in the last 4 innings. They're up 7-3. And it's Agustin Ramirez. I think they have a predetermined movie that they're going to be watching.
Yeah, Field of Dreams or something like that, probably.
Maybe The Sandlot.
Always a good choice.
Rookie of the Year. Little Big League. Maybe they'll watch Mr. 3000.
Can't do Rookie of the Year.
Well, you could, but I know it's the Cubs. You could do it. Pitch is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. It's a good baseball movie, though.
Yeah,
but just because it's the Cubs, you're out?
I'm just watching it away from this ballpark.
What about Angels in the outfield?
I'll allow it because it's not in division.
Totally not. 1-0 is down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Speaking of Angels in the outfield, and we're going off topic, but what about the Oscar winners in that outfield for the Angels in the outfield?
McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey, as the pitch is fouled away. It's a 2 ball, 1 strike count. Adrian Brody.
Oh, yeah. He's the one that gets lifted, right? By the Angels? No?
That's McConaughey.
That's McConaughey, okay.
Adrian Brody is the one getting the massage in the on-deck circle.
Right, yeah.
It's a great cast.
Tony Danza.
2-1 on Ramirez, and it's hit foul. The foster mother of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in the movie is a terrific Irish actress named Brenda Fricker, who is also an Academy Award winner. She won Best Supporting Actress for My Left Foot. So you got 3 Oscar winners in that one movie. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Anderson struck him out to end the inning. A 2-run home run off the bat of Dane Myers puts the Marlins in front by 4. 7-3 on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
We get it. You're on the go, and life gets in the way. Stay up to date on all things WTMJ with podcast.
You were hoping to hit a lot of homers this season, Sagittarius, and so far your goal is in sight. The fans and aspiring players are clamoring to know how you smashed the ball so far, so take this time to share all of your tips with your adoring audience. Everyone will be eternally grateful that you were so generous with your career-defining skills.
To do against this Marlins bullpen as Tyler Phillips takes over, a right-hander. He'll get Yelich, Vaughn, and Collins. 5 innings of 3-run ball for Jansen Junk. He allowed 8 hits, didn't walk a batter, and struck out 5. Yelich leads off the Woodman's Food Market's home run inning. Down 7-3. The pitch from Phillips is a ball off the outside corner barely. It's 1-0. Our contestant is Brandon Glass from Waukesha. Brandon would win a gift card jackpot of $900. 1-0. Liner on one hop, and it is gloved by Otto Lopez, who throws to first in time. A smash by Christian Yelich, but right at Otto Lopez, who had him played perfectly. A base hit written all over it. Instead, it's a 6-3 ground out. Here's Vaughn. $900 if a member of the Brewers hits a home run in the inning. Brandon Glass, that's our contestant from Waukesha. $100 will be added to the total for each additional home run in the inning. Visit any participating Woodman's store to enter service and savings. That's Woodman's. Phillips throws to Vaughn, and it's a strike, and it's 0-1. DL Hall is loosening in the Brewers' pen after Grant Anderson win an inning, allowed a 2-run homer in the 6th. Vaughn takes a breaking ball for his strike, and it's 0-2. 6-game scoreless streak since July the 4th for Tyler Phillips. 0-2 pitch. Check swing. They'll appeal it. Didn't go. John Bacon down at third. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Opponents in that time are just 4 for 30 against Phillips. Doesn't strike a lot of guys out. He's got good stuff. Big right-hander. Wheels and deals on 1-2 to Vaughn. Check swing. They'll appeal again. Denied. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Vaughn waiting on Phillips. And the pitch. Strike 3 called right at the knees of 97 on the outside corner. 2 away in the 6th inning. And before we continue with Collins, 10 for identification on the Brewers Radio Network. With Lane Grindle and Kent Sommerfeld, Jeff Levering aboard. Josh Maurer will have the postgame show for us, our Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. The conclusion of our game tonight. Isaac Collins at the plate. Tyler Phillips fires home and a ground ball to the left side. Nice diving pickup by Sonoha. Gets up, throws to first, and Collins is retired. It's been that kind of a night for the Brewers against the Marlins. We go to the 7th. 7-3 Miami on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. American Family Insurance can help protect your dream home for whatever comes next.
On to work with the play-by-play. Here's Lane.
All right, thank you very much, Jeff. Work to do for the Crew. Need to get 3 outs here from DL Hall first. And try to get that offense to get going in the later innings here. DL worked in Seattle a couple of days ago, 4 days ago. Worked an inning and 2/3. In that 1-0 loss, that was the Cal Raleigh home run Logan Gilbert game for the Seattle Mariners. A good year so far for DL. 13 appearances, 2.16 ERA, spanning 25 innings. Gets the right-handed hitting Otto Lopez to lead off the 7th, and Lopez fouls one out of play first base side. It's 0-1. Don't miss George Webb's double play meal deal. 7 cheeseburgers and 2 orders of fries for just $17.99. 0-1. That caught the outside edge, and it's 0-2. Win, lose, home or away. Visit GeorgeWebb.com for locations and details. 0-2 on Otto Lopez. Hall's pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out with a changeup. Ortho ASAP strikeout for DL Hall. Start healing faster with Ortho ASAP. Meet with a specialist today. Learn more at orthowisconsin.com. So there is 1 away, and that'll get Heriberto Hernandez to the plate. He homered in his last at bat, a 3-run home run. Swings on this pitch and fouls it straight back into the net. And it's 0-1 on Hernandez. Another guy that most haven't heard of. But you watch him play, look at his numbers in the sample size that he's had. He hits the ball pretty hard. Pitch is inside with a curveball. That probably should have been a strike. It's 1-1. Brewers have certainly seen him have some big swings against them in these 2 series against the Marlins. 1-1 is up and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. There is some talent in that Marlins dugout, and that's the reason why they're playing like they are. 19-8 over their last 27. Pitch is high. 3 balls and 1 strike. And currently just 4 games below 500. That doesn't sound like much, but they were 16 games below. 3-1. That missed outside with a sinker, and he walked him. So it's a 1-out walk to Hernandez, and that'll get Wagman to the plate. This Marlins team, just in the way they're playing since really the calendar flipped to June, they remind you a little bit of the Marlins team of 2023. Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. I mean, those were different teams in terms of the personnel and everything else, but in the way that they got kind of hot and stayed hot, this Marlins team's hoping that they can do exactly that. The 0-1 is outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. It's going to be very interesting to see how they approach the deadline in a couple of days, because they are a team that everybody has had pegged as selling, and probably still will in some way. The 1-1 to Wagaman, and this is a liner towards left, but coming in is Collins. He'll make the catch at his shoulders, and there's 2 down now, and that'll get Kyle Stowers to the plate. You know, the Marlins will probably still move some guys, Jeff, but will it be a more measured approach to the deadline for them than maybe a complete sell-off? I think that's probably what's going to happen. I think this team has earned the right to not just be disassembled with some of their biggest pieces now. First pitch to Stowers is fouled back and out of play. It's 0-1. They're 5 games back of a wild card spot as of today. The odds aren't great. The numbers and the percentages don't lend to telling you, hey, push all the chips in, but you can also maybe be a little bit more conservative in what you move.
They've got some really good pieces. I mean, the 2 big names, Sandy Alcantara and Edward Cabrera, I mean, those are the 2 big names. 2 guys in the bullpen. Anthony Bender and Calvin Fauché have been popular names that have been on the trade rumor mill.
The 1 is high. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Jesus Sanchez, who's not in the lineup today, but I mean, he passes the eyeball test every time we see him. You see the potential. Just 5 names.
1-1's a ground ball to second base, played by Terang. Throws to first in time, and Stowers is the final out here in the top of the 7th. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is a 7-3 Marlins lead on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Saving money on your roofing project in Menard.
Left center, Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless. Come on, man.
You got it there? Yes, indeed. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
I can't imagine transitioning from loving baseball cards to then knowing it's inevitably coming that you're going to be on baseball cards. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, I think the first card I saw was when they did something for USA Baseball, and then now seeing my face, seeing me playing baseball on a card, it was surreal. It wasn't that it was that moment where like, wow, this is really something.
Challenger Premier Resort destination, largest north of Milwaukee and the place to be this summer. Book your trip today at islandresortandcasino.com. Bryce Terang leads off the bottom of the 7th inning, takes a curveball for strike 1. And it's 0-1 on Bryce. An RBI double back in the 4th in his last AB. Phillips out of the windup and the 0-1 pitch. That missed down and away with a changeup. 1-1 strike the count. Terang's double in the 4th, his first hit of this series. Had a good road trip, went 8 for 22 on the trip. Takes inside, and it goes to 2-1. Brewers need base runners, and they need to chip away. Just 3 innings remaining to try to erase this 7-3 deficit. Phillips brings home the 2-1 pitch. That is swung on and fouled back into the net, and it's 2-2. This is the bottom third of the order due up here in the 7th. So Terang, Durbin, Ortiz. You'd love to try to set the table for the top with this trio. The 2-2 pitch and a swing and a miss on a curveball down and in. Terang will jog towards first, and Fortes picks it up and applies the tag on him to complete the strikeout. There's one away for Caleb Durbin. Cubs leading the White Sox 3-0 at Wright Field. That game's in the top of the 8th inning. We drive around the league, brought to you by Construction Business Group. Wisconsin operating engineers and trusted contractors building Wisconsin together. First pitch to Durbin is a breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Braves and the Rangers down in Texas tied at 4 in the bottom of the 7th. Cincinnati with a 6-2 lead over the Rays in the bottom of the 8th. In Cincy, 0-1 is a strike at the bottom of the strike zone. That was the two-seamer at 97, and it's 0-2. A's lead the Astros 2-1 in Houston, top of the 7th. 0-2. Chopper on the left side. Charging is Lopez. Gets it on a short hop. Throws to first in time and retires Durbin for out number 2, and that'll get Joey Ortiz to the plate. Well, hit up MLBshop.com for the largest and latest selection of jerseys, caps, hoodies, and accessories to keep you in the game all year long. Gear up, game on at MLBshop.com, the official online shop of your Milwaukee Brewers. First pitch to Ortiz is a chopper, but foul. Third base side, it's 0-1. Joey's 0 for 2 and 0 for 4 in the series. Brewers pinch hit for him late in yesterday's game. Seven to 3 Marlins here in the 7th. The 0-1. Ortiz took a sweeper down and away. 1-1 strike the count. Phillips 1-1. That's a chopper on the left side. Backhanded by Lopez, sets his feet, fires to first, and retires Ortiz. And the inning is over. Brewers go down quietly in the 7th. We go to the 8th. It is 7-3 Marlins on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Ready to escape to a resort that...
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Come on there. Okay, got it there. Yes, indeed. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
American Family Field, D.L. Hall still out there on the mound. It is 7-3 Marlins. Back in with the play-by-play. Here's Jeff Levering.
Thank you so much, Lane. Trying to keep it right where it is. Dane Myers comes to the plate. 2-run home run in the 6th inning really changed the complexion of this ball game. It went from a 2-run deficit to a 4-run deficit in the span of one swing. Hall delivers strike one with a changeup to Myers, who did not have any interest in taking a cut at that first pitch. Standing statuesque in the batter's box. Here's the 0-1. That's a breaking ball for a strike, and again just couldn't pull the trigger. 0-2. Seven runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Marlins. 0-2 pitch, hit foul by Myers. They've stranded 5. The Brewers 3 runs on 8 hits. They've committed an error that led to 3 unearned runs in the 5th. And they have stranded 3 on base. Hall's pitch to Myers is high, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Delivery is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. We've seen a lot of counts go to 0-2 or 1-2 and just unable to be finished by some of these Brewers pitchers tonight. They've struck out a grand total of 5 hitters. Deliveries, swing and a miss. That's number 6. Ortho ASAP strikeout for DL Hall as he finishes off Myers. I think a lot of that too is credit to the Marlins. They don't chase much. Even with 2 strikes, they are very disciplined at the plate. Quintana got just 3 swings and misses. Anderson got 2. Hall just got 1. But there isn't a lot of that. Nick Fortes, broken bat liner, foul third base side, and a nice play by the ball boy down the left field line, who's wearing a pair of PF Flyers down there. It's a good play. I'm not going to say that's a ball boy. That's more like a ball man down that left field line. Full mustache, PF Flyers. It's a good play. Fortes has a new bat in hand, gives us an opportunity to remind you that today's 8th inning is brought to you by the Wisconsin Laborers District Council, representing 9,000 skilled union laborers throughout Wisconsin. Learn more at LIUNA, Wisconsin.org, and feel the power. LIUNA, Wisconsin.org. 1-1 on Fortes. Hall's pitch is a ball down and in. 2-1. 38,055 are announced attendance tonight. Good thing I brought my guest to 38,000 earlier today. Didn't go over. This one popped up right up the silo for Contreras, back towards the warning track. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Ken Sommerfeld popped in and said that he threw a guess of 38,001 on it, but I wasn't sure that we were tabulating our official guesses.
Yeah, we weren't playing the game, I didn't think, but
I mean, was it documented? If it's written down somewhere and not you just scribbling it right now on a piece of paper, it was a verbal to whom?
It's non-binding.
You had a mouse in your pocket? This one fouled back. And it's 0-1 on Sanoha.
That's non-binding.
Yeah, no, it had to be written down. That's the official rules of the game. That goes back to spring training. Has to be written. That one misses outside. It's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Kent trying to say that I didn't say 38,000 or write it down. However, I said it on live radio.
Many witnesses.
That one pounded foul into the Marlins dugout. We had at least 10 witnesses that listened to it. So
I wrote down 38,055 after I found out what the attendance was.
But that was not your guess.
No, I would have been over. I would have probably gone like 39.5. So I definitely would have been over.
1-2 pitch. Hit foul just to our right. Oh, look out. Fans enjoying their soft serve frozen yogurt there. That just realized that foul ball was within reaching distance.
I am better at predicting the attendance here in this ballpark than I am in any spring training ballpark. You deal with a lot fewer people.
Sure.
But I struggle.
1-2 is outside.
And also your misses feel bigger in this spring training ballpark, right?
Sure. My thing with spring training is that from our vantage points, wherever we are, we can see the entire seating bowl.
Yeah.
We cannot see above us
right
here. There's a baseball loose on the field in right center. Yeah, we cannot see the fourth deck up above us. We can't see the third deck up above us. We can kind of go from the on-deck circles out, but right behind us, we cannot tell what's going on.
Well, you kind of figure if the upper levels are pretty full going down the left field line and the right field line, above us is definitely going to be 2, right?
Agreed. Here's the 2-2 and a fly ball to right. Back is Freeling to make the play, and it's a 3-up and 3-down inning for DL Hall. Bottom of the 8th, we'll have the top of the order for the Brewers. 7-3 Marlins on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Wisconsin's Morning News is here for you every weekday morning starting at 6 a.m.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales, and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to, and so I credit my dad for that.
leads things off. Base hit in 3 tries in his return from the injured list. Tyler Phillips back to work, squaring to bunt, pulling it back and taking a strike is Frelick. It's 0-1. Brewers have their bullpen moving with Jared Koenig. 7-3 Marlins. They scored in 4 straight innings, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. As Frelick takes down and in, 1 ball and 1 strike, I should say. Brewers got 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th. Haven't had a base runner since the 4th inning. Phillips deals outside with a breaking ball, 2-1. Phillips winds and fires, and Frelick hits a 2-hopper out to second base. Edwards throws him out, 1 away. There's no substitute for winning. And Pine River has won several awards for their great tasting cheese spreads. Try them out with your favorite cracker or using your sausage. Add some Cedar Crest ice cream for dessert and call it a perfect day in Wisconsin. And the pitch is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes on William Contreras. Had a base hit last time up. 1-4-3 for William. And the pitch is a swing and foul held on to by Fortes. 1 ball and 1 strike. Phillips has been very efficient. Just 26 pitches for him. He's retired the first 7 batters he's faced. And a pop up into left center field. Stowers towards the gap, makes the catch for out number 2. 8 straight set down by Phillips. Jackson Churio, a double and a run scored back in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch. Ground ball through the right side of base hit. So Jackson Churio with a base hit, the first runner against Phillips in his 2+ innings worth of work. And that'll bring Christian Yelich to the plate. Yelich robbed of a hit his last time. Good defensive positioning by Otto Lopez up the middle. Yelich 0-for-3. Maybe his last time to the plate. Try and extend his on-base streak to 31 games. Here's the pitch. And Yelich takes down and in, ball 1. Yelich, the first to have a 30-game or more on-base streak in Brewers franchise history since he did it in 2018. Prior to that, you got to go back to 2014 with Carlos Gomez. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball to second base. Up with it, Edwards. He throws out Yelich, and it would seem, unless the Brewers have a big bottom of the 9th inning, that his on-base streak will come to an end tonight. We go to the 9th inning. It's 7-3 Marlins on the Brewers Radio Network, presented by American Family Insurance.
Left center Profar sprints over. Oh, he lost it. He did not see that ball. He didn't even come close to it.
These interactions between De La Cruz and Tito Francona have been priceless.
Come on, man. Okay, got it there. Yes, indeed. And the ball wasn't the only thing that landed in the basket.
What in the world happened out there to Jung-Hoo Lee?
That's wild. I mean, you don't see that in the big leagues.
Yeah, mine was a tops now as well. I hit my first walk-off last year against the Mets.
Jacob Young, Nationals win! Now he's got his first walk-off big league hit.
Dad had bought a stack of them, and I was like, I think we can get these ourselves, but he went ahead and bought a stack for himself.
Like business cards. There you go.
But it was awesome just to have that moment and have everyone so excited to have a picture of you is a fun moment.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out. kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man. That's the most important
That's a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, can of corn.
Easy fly ball.
The strongest resilience, you need the Pella Experience. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years if you order by July 31st at PellaWI.com.
Ninth inning, we'll have Jared Koenig coming in out of the Brewers bullpen. Xavier Edwards, Agustin Ramirez, and Otto Lopez scheduled. Koenig working for the first time in this series. Worked twice in the Dodgers series, once in Seattle, last pitched on Tuesday. Perfect seventh inning with a strikeout. 49th appearance for Koenig. Edwards will flip around and hit from the right side of the plate. 2 scoreless innings from D.L. Hall with a couple of strikeouts. He walked 1. Xavier Edwards has hits in each of his last 2 at-bats, 5th and 6th innings. And the pitch is down and in for ball 1. Wasn't a bad pitch, but ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And the delivery misses inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Xavier Edwards. Two-0 pitch. Strike. 2-1 now on Xavier Edwards. Baseball season, better known as Shandy season, everybody. Leinenkugels, summer shandy, refreshing Weiss beer, natural lemonade flavor, Leinenkugels. Flavor the moment. Tonight is a very good night for a refreshing summer shandy. Muggy, perfect summer weather in Wisconsin. 2-1 to Edwards. Grounded to third past the dive of Durbin. It's a 3-hit night for Xavier Edwards. Hit number 11 for the Marlins. Leadoff man is on. As we told you earlier, has not been a good omen for the Brewers. Each time the leadoff batter reached for Miami, they scored 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Agustin Ramirez, a home run in the 4th. He's 1 for 4 today. Koenig, long look over at first base and delivers outside for ball 1. Kind of giving Kent a bad time about his 38,001 guess. And he was giving us the business. A little bit. The 1-0, swing and a miss, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Apparently, he did voice his 38,001 guess to our board operator back at our flagship station here in Milwaukee. As that is low, 2 balls and 1 strike. So he at least voiced it to one person. I will say, however, that it was not officially documented.
I feel like there's some collusion going on.
There's a lot of collusion. But it was voiced. Need to go look at the bylaws. 2-1 ground ball to short. Double play ball. 6, 4, and 3. Ortiz to Turang and then Vaughn to roll it up. And Otto Lopez will be the hitter for the Marlins. 0-for-3 today with a walk.
Could always just have Lewis Litt rewrite the bylaws.
Oh, great Suits reference. Here's the pitch, and it is down and in. 1 ball, no strikes on Otto Lopez. Lopez had the 3 doubles last night as Koenig. It's foul ball off on the right side, and a nice catch just to our right. Couple of youngsters with their gloves intertwined, and that baseball found one of their gloves. Very nice. Good play. One had some smoke behind it, too. It was not a pop-up from Otto Lopez. 1-1 pitch. Down and away. 2 balls and 1 strike. So what are we doing with our attendance game? Are you giving it to me or are we giving it to Kent for a verbal? I mean, again, I did say it on live radio what my guess was.
I mean, all due respect to Kent.
He's out.
He didn't tell us.
Sorry, Kent.
The people in the game he didn't inform.
That's true. Lopez fouls another one back. Almost the same exact spot. But those youngsters did not come away with it. The usher, I think, may have got one around his rear end, but he's okay. That's Keith over there. He usually guards the door over on the first base side. I think he's fine. His left blinker's out, but he's fine. 2-2 on Otto Lopez. Koenig, a deep breath, a kick in the pitch. Misses away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Don't worry, folks. There will be another game tomorrow. That's a good thing for the Brewers. Brandon Woodruff is going to get the ball for Milwaukee against Eury Perez. 3-2. Hit foul off the netting. Eury Perez, who's a very good young right-hander. Still some game left. Bottom of the 9th to follow. You've got Vaughn, Collins, and Terang scheduled. And nobody loosing in the bullpen. Could be Phillips to finish this one out. There's a chopper to short. 2 hops. Ortiz has it. Fires to first in time to get Lopez. And the inning is over. Last chance for the Brewers. Bottom of the 9th inning. 7-3 Marlins on the Brewers Radio Network. Presented by American Family Insurance.
I'm Pat Dunphy. I've been a lawyer in Milwaukee for almost 50.
To be in, the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
The name of the business is Legacy Catering. We all were talking about how Mom taught us all how to cook. She was a cook at the public school system for ages. So we all started to cook with her, so we decided, to do the business, so we went to figure out what we're going to call it. So we said, let's cook in honor of, our mother. So that's what Legacy came in. And just remember that Legacy Catering is about people, and this is what barbecuing is all about, and this is why we love it.
Well, this is the most famous jersey in baseball, right? The Yankee pinstripes, the interlocking NY, and the Midnight Navy. I was a Yankee fan growing up my whole life, die hard, and became a free agent after 7 years with the Rockies, and I wanted to be a Yankee so bad. Putting this jersey on for a headshot for the first time, it felt different than any other shirt I'd ever put on in my career.
What a combo!
On the home of the Brewers. 620 W
is for the Marlins. See, Sanoa, the third baseman, is now going out to left field. Stowers moves from left to right, and the first pitch to Vaughn, a fly ball into center field. It is deep and it is gone. Andrew Vaughn hits a home run, and it's 7-4. First pitch swinging, and Vaughn sends it out. His third as a Brewer, his 8th overall. It's a 3-run game. Bullpen springs into action for the Marlins as Isaac Collins digs in. Ten hits now for the Brewers. Collins today has 2 of those 10 hits. Here's the pitch, and it misses outside. He is singled, doubled, and bounced to third. Ronnie Enriquez starts playing catch for the Marlins in their pen. The 1-0. Collins took a wide strike. 1-1. Every Brewers home run, Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin donates $100 to Hunger Task Force Milwaukee, making a difference to fight hunger in our community. Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, there is a difference. 1-1 is a strike. Low strike there. Collins feels like for the last week, every close pitch has gone against Isaac Collins.
Think of that at bat in Seattle.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul tip, and Fortes hangs on for strike 3. And now, are they asking to check with the third base umpire whether it was in the ground? Yes, it was in the ground. So just a foul ball, not strike 3. And Clayton McCullough, the manager for the Marlins, like, what are we doing here? The 1-2 is up and away. Thought originally it was a called third strike or a foul tip that was held onto, but it did hit the dirt and confirmed. Collins stays alive. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. No doubt about that one. Good changeup by Phillips for the first out of the 9th inning. Bryce Terang is the hitter. Phillips is looking for his first save. First one to Terang, and it is a strike. Multiple innings to try and end this ball game. It would be his first career save. 0-1 to Terang. Liner to center. Back is Myers, and he makes the catch. 2 away. Caleb Durbin hits. Caleb Durbin, base hit and a run batted in, a fly out to deep left and a bouncer to short. Hits a ground ball towards the middle. It'll sneak through for a base hit. Brewers aren't done yet. Durbin with his second hit of the ball game. We're going to get a pinch hitter. Anthony Siegler will come off the bench and hit for Joey Ortiz. You're probably one batter away from seeing Enriquez come into this ball game, and might not even be then, as the pitching coach is now coming out just to talk over the scouting report with Siegler before he comes up. Another trip to the mound brought to you by Potawatomi Sportsbook. Wednesday, July 30th, Milwaukee Brewers take on the Cubs at home. Potawatomi will get you there. Potawatomi Sportsbook opens at 10 a.m. on game day. With any same-day sports bet or sportsbook dining purchase, you'll get a wristband and shuttle to the stadium. Visit the website for more. So everybody piled around the mound for a moment. They all scatter back to their positions. And Anthony Siegler will try and extend this ball game. At the top of the order looming for the Brewers. Siegler at 182. He is yet to homer. He's driven in 2 batters. You need the next guy to come to the plate to give yourselves an opportunity. The tying run is in the on-deck circle for Milwaukee. Phillips the stretch. First pitch. Right in there for a strike with a curveball. Phillips has now thrown 40 pitches. Trying to finish out 4 innings out of the bullpen. 0-1 is slightly low with a splitter. 1 ball and 1 strike on Siegler. The Cubs are 2 outs away from beating the White Sox, up 6-1 at the moment. The Brewers lost and the Cubs win. You got a tie at the top again in the Central. 1-1 is a strike. Somehow clipped the outside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 7-4 Marlins in the bottom of the 9th inning. And time used by Siegler and granted. Ziegler 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter this year. 1-2 pitch. Chopper, first base side and foul. Went to that splitter again, hit it right off the plate and rolled it to Julio Bourbon in the first base coaching box. Durbin was moving with the pitch. Ready to go, 1-2. Durbin goes, the pitch. Strike 3 called in the inside corner, and the ball game is over. Ziegler strikes out looking, and the Brewers fall by a final of 7-4 to the Miami Marlins. We'll be back, wrap things up in just a moment, as the Marlins have taken the first 2 games of this series in Milwaukee on the Brewers Radio Network.
When you choose Blue Moon, everything becomes brighter. Every sip of our Belgian-style wheat ale is crafted with Valencia orange peel and coriander. Plus, try our new Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. Blue Moon Light is a wheat beer brewed with real tangerine